Hello everyone, this is HuskyStarcraft here, back with some more Bronze League Heroes! And you may be watching this game and saying, Husky, wait a minute, there are multiple players in this game past the number 2. Why is this a Bronze League Heroes? Well, I've gotten hundreds, nay, thousands of requests to do a 2 versus 2 or team game Bronze League Heroes, so I am very excited to be bringing this to you today. It is going to be the world first 2v2 Bronze League Heroes. I'm really excited. We're going to be talking about why I decided to do this in just a moment, but for now, let's go ahead and introduce our players. Down in the bottom right side, it's going to be Razorburn and his ally, Ballin. And they're going to be going up against their opponent, Stevis. If you say his name backwards, it's Stevis. I'm not sure if that's interesting or not. And his ally up in the top left side, Ysengrin. I'm going to assume that the Y is indeed silent. But yeah, a lot of people request to have 2v2 or 3v3 or 4v4 Bronze League Heroes. And I did give Sinvicta the task of trying to find a good game. Now, his feedback from this was that a lot of Bronze League Hero team games are actually not that interesting. He had a really tough time looking through them, but we've been looking for a long time. I personally haven't seen this game or heard anything about it, but he said out of the hundreds of replays we got that this was the one that he recommends. Now, if the game is bad, I don't want you guys pooping on Sinvicta because he put in a lot of hours, but if you would like to send in replays, send them into huskyreplays@gmail.com. You guys always make fun of me when I spell it, but I'm going to do it anyways. HuskyReplays. Sounds like a cheer song or something, but huskyreplays@gmail.com. And that is where these replays come from. So, of course, a big thanks to my friend Sinvicta for looking at all the replays. He's put up with the good ones and the bad ones. He does a live stream of the sorting process as well once a week, which is pretty darn cool. But for now, I'm honestly not quite sure what to expect in a bronze level 2 versus 2 game. I mean, I can't predict it anyways, but to try and predict what bronze leaguers are going to do in a 2v2 is honestly, it is beyond my human capabilities. I can sort this by blue versus red. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that'll make this a lot less confusing as the game goes on. So now it is going to be red versus blue. And unfortunately, I can't bring up nameplates. Those do not exist in team games, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to get by just fine with that. But of course, there are the expansions down here. And I do want to say that Stevis and his ally Ysengrin deciding not to wall themselves in just because, you know, it's a Zerg player, so it would take the Terran a lot longer to actually be able to wall in this entire entrance. Whereas Team Blue, Team Ballin, I feel, Team Blue Ballin, I feel like that's the name of the video, Team Blue Ballin down here. They do decide to wall in, not completely though, so these lings that are running out across the map might actually find their way inside of the base right now. We'll see if exactly if that actually ends up working out. There's only 2 Marines here. A third one is on the way, which with a little bit of micro, the Marines should be able to hold off the 6 lings that are headed there, but you never ever know. A 4th Marine is going to be on the way. Here comes the 6 lings right now. Can they actually take on 3 Marines? It remains to be seen. The lings are actually just going to run right on by. Oh, yes, that micro going on right there. Loses 3 lings there, and where is that ling going? He's like, smell you later, noobs. The one ling up here, this ling is literally just running all the way back home. He is so done with this. Oh god, this ling over here is well, apparently remaining hidden right now. He can actually be spotted. We'll see if those Marines who have apparently turned green when I hit the vision button. This is the I hit the V key for vision. It turns them green there, but they will be able to spot that ling and clean up. This ling over here, man, he's like, no, I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna pretend like I'm scouting, and actually I'm actually just hiding. So right now though, we do have lots of low tier units, as is to be expected in team games. I mean, number one, it's like 5 minutes into a game, so you're not gonna be seeing battle cruisers or something, but also in team games, low tier units are very powerful. It's actually hard. The thing about team games is it's hard to get up the high tier units, but if you're able to, then you can crush your opponents completely one-sidedly. But most games at the higher level of play anyway, we're talking like Diamond Masters and Grandmaster players playing in Masters, since there is no Grandmaster Team League. But anyways, it's one of those things where rushes are really good. At the lower leagues, if you're able to get those high-tech units, you can crush your opponents quite easily. Oh, man. Couple of these Marines, man, getting locked in. Shut the front door as they are going to go ahead and hut their way over there. Deciding to go for combat shields first. Always an interesting choice. But then again, going for combat shields, it's a good upgrade if you don't want to micro a lot. Simply because you don't have to micro as much because they have lots of HP and you don't have the stim pack to micro anyways. But here's going to be coming a team timing attack over here. From Team Red, they're going to be going up against Team Blue Ballin with lots of roaches, several Marines, and of course they do have those combat shields like we talked about. We have a Warp Prism on the way for Ballin. We're going to be seeing Dark Templars because it's Bronze League Heroes and we would expect nothing other than that. And at the same time, though, there is this one bunker here. No SCVs anywhere in sight to be able to repair that. I think the roaches may just go straight for the bunker. A couple more Marines over here going to try and join in the fight. The bunker actually remaining a lot longer than I thought it would. All things considered, one Zealot right there. My life for ire. Bronze League Zealots, man, they never do anything effective, but it does look like right now that Team Blue Ballin is in a lot of trouble as the Roaches and Marines just marching right in the front door. Do keep in mind, though, that the Warp Prism should be done now, and it is. It's hanging out there. Dark Shrine is nearly done as well. Does he have Warp Gate? Oh, God, his Warp Gate is so late. So late on that Warp Gate. You got to have that in team games right away. So Team Red, I don't have a fancy name for them. Team Ysengrin is locking down these expansions, locking down the front door. And they're going to be marching directly inside the main base. And Razorburn, he's out of here, man. He is so done with this. He is getting too old for this. And looks like the SCV is actually going to be joining in the fight. They do get a full surround on the Marines. We'll see if they're actually able to take them out. Stimpack is not done. Can the Marines withstand the onslaught? The answer is no. SCV is too strong as they were able to take those out. At the same time, though, the Roaches down here are going completely undefended as he's having to manually make these Dark Templars. They're finally going to spawn here, and they should be able to clean this up. No, he decides to put him in the Warp Prism. SCV's joining in on killing the Roaches as well. Dark Templar, what are you doing? You got to join in the fight on these Roaches. The SCV's going completely unchecked as well. A second Warp Prism! Oh my God, a second Warp Prism coming up. This Warp Prism over here is not sure what to do amidst all the chaos. Why are you not attacking with your Dark Templar? Why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? Why would anyone do that? The Dark Templar. No, what are you doing? Oh my God. The Dark Templar literally just chilling out right there. Oh my God, the Dark Shrine is getting punched down. All the SCVs are dead. This base is up and kind of running, I guess. Dropping mules at a high yield expansion, I might add. The probes trying to retreat away from the Roaches. It looks like the Warp Prism finally going to be moving out here. Hopefully he can actually make something happen with that. But God, this one Roach killing out this whole base just makes me so sad. Probes over there trying to escape. He will actually survive with quite a few probes here, and he does have a lot of money. Well, more reinforcements showing up for Team Red to try and shut that down. One Roach here, so he's got a lot of work to do as he will try and do that. As Siege Tank even going to be joining in the fight as well. But the Dark Templar are finally loose inside the main base, which keep in mind, there's no orbital command. Oh no, Stevis! This is why you don't work on rushes and you work on building an orbital command. I always assume there's going to be an orbital command, but that was my first mistake. That command center almost getting in the red was forced to lift off. Does anyone have an overseer on the way? So far, the answer is no. No detection whatsoever on this map here. Aside from the two orbital commands over here. So losing both of their main bases is apparently more than enough to stay in this game. That Pylon is done very easily. Can warp in Dark Templar. He does. Ballin, that is, has enough money to warp in Dark Templar. He very easily could. Wait, where'd he warp in? Where'd he warp in those Stalkers? Why did he warp in two Stalkers? I guess he lost the Dark Shrine, but still. Warps in the Stalkers right on the front lines where they're just going to die right away. Overseers are finally here. Oh, I'm having so much fun, guys. You have no idea how fun this is for me. 4 Roaches right there. You know who's not having fun, though, is Ballin, losing his entire main base. However, Razorburn, he watched okay, look, I'm going to deliver this joke even though it's ruined already. He watched howtoplayterran.com and just making lots of Marines and Marauders there. We'll see if we can push out with those. The pros out here could throw down another Nexus if they wanted to. The one hero Zealot over here trying to make a difference, and Overseer's like, wait, this should be a Dark Templar. I'm just going to go ahead and morph in anyway. We will see if the Zealot can actually end up winning this fight. It is a fight to the death. Drones getting in on the fight as well. He brought drones to a queen fight. Almost gets the queen, but not quite. Almost gets a drone as well. But still only a couple Roaches down there. Marine and Marauder are going to be able to clean up the rest, it looks like. But I gotta say, man, Razorburn maybe having the comeback of the century as he has so much money, he doesn't even know what to do. Build supply depots? Pfft, save the money? Yes, please. SCVs over here have fully repaired this this command center right now. They've decided that working is a little bit too hard, but the base down the bottom right side is now completely done. Probes, that is not where you want to be right now. It actually takes the high yield. How many high yields are on this map? Oh my god. There's just high yields everywhere, and this one over here does have 6 mineral patches. The one in the middle, I believe, does as well. There's a little bit more spread out, so not as efficient to mine there. That one siege tank there, I think that's the probe-killing siege tank. He's going to go ahead and march his way across the map, but I got to say, Team Blue Ballin has managed to do a tactical retreat, I will say. Oh, Ysengrin throwing out the GG, but guess what? There are Marines over here, and they're going to eat up all those lings as Ballin able to expand there just fine. Roach is realizing, uh-oh, we actually got to kind of move out right now, and this is why you never offensive GG, and it looks like the probes over here are going to get taken out by 3 Marines unless reinforcements are able to show up. But this army from Razorburn is going to go ahead and move on out. He does have those siege tanks. If he actually uses those really smartly, he can keep this army alive for a surprising amount of time. The probes here decide to put up a fight, and can they do it? A couple Marines over here spawning just too far away. The probes are like, easy, 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 as the siege tank right there getting left behind to kill off that hatchery. Probably not a good idea to leave them behind, but it does look like a spire is done, which unfortunately is not the exact building that you want right now. Roach is spawning, do get taken out. The one siege tank right there is left behind. He's on hatchery duty. I think he's finally going to get taken out there, but it does look like this terrifying army is going to be marching inside the main base. And you have to remember as well that there is only 2 mutalisks on the way for defense. That's not nearly enough. The probes as well are going to be joining in this fight. What is it with workers fighting in this game? They are the new Zerglings, apparently. There's the mutalisks right there. They're going to get taken out instantaneously. I mean, that is about as quick as it can be, as we do have Stevis now. Does not have Stimpack. Razorburn doesn't have Stimpack either. Neither of these players really opting to go for Stimpack. An interesting choice right there, but it does like the Marine and Marauder are going to go ahead and continue to kill the larva. The most important thing that they could be going for right now is the Zerg larva, deciding to focus down that Roach Warren. But I got to say, unless Stevis starts to spend this money, set up these tanks, and establish himself in this game, then they are going to be in a lot of trouble. It does look like, really, though, both teams have ended up losing a player. This is now down to a 1 versus 1, essentially, as we have the bare remnants remaining of what used to be a 2v2 is now a 1 versus 1. It does look like this army will eventually get cleaned up, but not before doing substantial damage here. And I honestly have no idea, like, who's in the lead right now. I mean, I want to say Team Blue Ballin's doing good, but you got to understand, he's actually getting mined out over here, and this base over here has 1 mining probe. So Ballin deciding that 1 probe is all the economy he needs, and there is a base down here in the bottom center as Ballin is looking to go for that. As right now, Stevis a little bit upset with how his opponent played, or I guess I should say his ally, how his ally died. And so he's going to go ahead and move forward. Does manage to take out that 1 siege tank there and is moving forward with a lot of stuff right now. I actually don't know if Team Blue Ballin has enough to hold this off. The 1 bunker being thrown down, not going to be nearly enough. And yep, actually cancels that to save the 75 resources to add to his 1,700 resources that he currently has. Definitely wants to mix in some siege tanks if possible. Definitely needs some more production if possible. Ballin down here managing to expand and has queued up a lot of probes. You know, normally I say don't queue up a lot of probes, but if you're Ballin, you need all the help you can get when it comes to keeping your workers alive. So just queuing those up is probably the way to make that happen. Ysengrin over here has managed to actually reestablish a standard-ish base. But it does look like Razorburn actually going to be able to kill off all these siege tanks. Sure, he loses a lot in the meantime, but also managing to kill the tanks. And tanks are so good at Bronze League Heroes. This is why, because players don't have the micro to avoid their splash damage. The siege tank over here, though, is going to be barely in range. Does get a nice big shot off there. The SCV is actually absorbing valuable damage, and the Marines here doing lots. And we'll see if Razorburn can actually break down this, I don't really want to call it an entrenchment because it's just a few units, but does manage to kill off that siege tank there. So very, very well played, managing to force that away. And Razorburn manages to keep this, or basically stay in the game right now. Once he does get mined out, he does have a base up on the top right side. But let's look over at Team Red. Still no orbital command, which is why his main base is so slow to actually get mined out right now. Does have 44 supply, can always expand down to the low ground if you would like. And Ysengrin does have 1,700 minerals, which very well easily could be put towards, you know, something is, then that's it. Something could be put towards something, but so far being put towards nothing. A Roach is on the way, or at least the Roach Warren is, as both of these teams have kind of had to hit that reset button. And now I feel like we're back at the 5-minute mark. But no, this is actually the 20 The 20-minute mark is where we currently are, as it does look like another pylon is going to go ahead and go down for Ballin as he's trying to establish that base down there. But I just feel like Ballin has not really contributed much to this game whatsoever. You know, not the best plays in A, that is for sure, as really Razorburn is the one to thank here, keeping himself in this game. But I gotta say, Stevis is managing just to make a surprising amount. Yet still no stim pack, I think, for either of these players. No, not even Marauder slow mixed in. They both stopped at combat shields, man. They were quite content with that. Medivacs have actually arrived now on the field. Surprised to see those, but 2 more are going to be on the way. And the Warp Prism over here trying to make something happen. I mean, he has 1 Warp Gate. What's he going to do? Warp in a Zealot? Is that actually what his game plan is here? He's like, all right. So I lost my main base. My ally is doing all the heavy lifting. I'm going to go ahead and build 1 gateway, and I'm gonna doom drop them with 1 Zealot, or nay, 1 Stalker. We'll see if that actually happens or not, but this army is going to be moving forward for Stevis and Team Red, but he may be running into a meet. Well, actually, these guys are not sieged up right now, whereas Stevis's are, so if Razorburn moves out to the left, he could actually find himself in a lot of trouble. Roach is going to go ahead and waddle their way over there to join in as well. Still lots of money for, really all these players have lots of money, and that is okay. Ballin finally cutting into that money. He also has more gateways on the way, so he may actually be able to contribute something here in the near future, where the Lings, though, they're running around trying to see if these bases have been reestablished. Keep in mind, there are double refinery there and also 2 supply depots. And honestly, I mean, killing the depots is worth it. I mean, it's going to be obviously cutting into their supply, but also, I don't know if Razorburn's going to have the APM to recreate those. So there we go. Ling's going to eventually take those out, and does actually micro them in a way that will get as big of a surround as possible, trying to destroy those. That may actually supply block him once he loses both of those, or it's going to be dangerously close, as Ballin, we'll see if he can actually kill anything this game, but for right now, it does look like we're just kind of waiting for Ysengrin to go ahead and move on out to make something happen, but he's got to be careful, because currently where he's sitting is just outside the base of Razorburn, and Razorbur's also got to be careful. Does he have enough to actually break this? He's got to go for it. There's only, well, 3 tanks is enough to do a surprising amount of damage. I honestly have no idea which way this battle's going to go. The tanks in the back doing substantial damage. No micro on either side, which makes it even more exciting right now. And it does look like Razorburn realizing the pain, the torture of not being able to kill those siege tanks in the back. Look at that. How many kills? 8 kills on that tank. 11 kills. That is 19 kills. Look, I know I'm really good at math, okay? 19 kills on just 2 tanks alone, let alone all the other units. More Marines are spawning here. These Marines I might actually be able to kill, though, the army that's attacking them, and they do manage to survive for now, as those roaches, always a little bit late to reinforce. As we do have the Warp Prism, man, you guys just wait for the sickest drop you've ever seen off of these 3 gateways. Oh, yes. He actually has a Colossus on the way, going to be contributing a unit. Really, the best, I would say, microless unit is the Colossus. If you just let him waddle his way around, with 0 micro, he's still going to be killing off lots and lots of stuff, as we do have the Warp Gate still just kind of chilling out, not really warping in a whole lot of stuff. They are basically vacant at this point. The siege tanks over here should probably siege up. They've really waited till the very last second. We'll see if they can caught this army, and it is going to be able to do lots of damage. The roaches here trying to buy enough time. I don't think it was enough time, though. The medevac's keeping them alive just long enough. It is raining men once again, as the Marines are going to try and take it out, but the roaches reinforcing just in time to save the siege tank. Or is it? It looks like more Marines running over here to try and finish it off. They do manage to get it. The sacrificial Marines being able to kill that off. What is going on in this game, guys? Really, what is going on in this game? This is actually hilarious. I feel I feel like this is the highlight, the peak of my StarCraft career is casting this game right now. This is hilarious. We have a Hydralist in now on the way for Team Ysengrin. And we'll see exactly if he's going to make Hydralist or not, but he does have the hatchery up in the main base right now, and Ballin is he is Ballin, man. He's adding on a 2nd robotics facility. Did end up, of course, losing this nexus over here before really mining that many minerals, and does have a base on the way down to the bottom left side as well. So it does look like he may actually be in this game for now, but I got to hand it to Razorburn. Finally cutting into his money. Did he transfer his workers up here? Yes, he did. He knows what he's doing. He also has upgrades now, I believe. There's 1 attack for his opponent, but Razorburn is at 1-1, so he does have that upgrade advantage now. The roaches are at 0-0. 7 Hydralists on the way, though. And you got to remember, Hydras are really good in these kind of awkward situations where you're just basically trying to out DPS your opponent. There's really no micro at this point. It's all the attack move. No! It does look like a unit, medevac, I believe, got taken out there with that drop. We're going to be seeing a drop go ahead and move out. Thankfully, the Warp Prism is still alive. Only 6 HP, but hey, that's good enough for me. For whatever reason, there's a handful of Marines back here and the one Siege Tank. Hydra's going to be showing up as well. Remember that Hydras do have a very, very fast attack speed, so if left unchecked, can do lots of damage. Currently, though, they are not being checked. They are checked baggage as they do get taken out. I think he went for the medevac first. Not an ideal situation. And now, once again, more SCVs pulled off the line to try to engage these armies. Still no orbital command there, which is kind of hilarious. I guess maybe it makes it fly faster, which is not the case at all. But lots of depots going to go down here. May supply block him if he kills like 90 supply depots, as he is nowhere near a supply block. But hey, at least he's able to do a little bit of damage right now. And I'm wondering, oh, the Lings can't even get up there because of the depot, and the Roaches can't get up there either. So really, they just have to sit back and watch this base be taken out. Now, it does look like Stevis going to go ahead and try and take a note out of Razorburn's book, which is just relocate this base ASAP. And I gotta say, I feel bad for Razorburn. His ally not really doing a whole lot other than fighting rocks. That is the highlight of the amount of damage he's done. In the midst of all this chaos, the 4 Colossus are fighting rocks. The 4 Colossus could have won the game for him, but no, he decides to take on his true arch nemesis, which is rocks. And does have more Colossus on the way. I love how he has Colossus on the way, and that's it. He, well, also just unloaded some probes in his base, so we got that going for him, which is nice, I guess. But those Colossus could literally waltz their way across the map and win. But this is Bronze League Hero, so what he's probably going to do is sit back so long until his opponents are able to kill off his ally and then try and roll in there in style. But we'll see. As we are at 30 minutes into this ridiculous game, what command center is going to fly all the way over there? That is the one he chooses. Out of all the bases to choose, he chooses the one that is as close to his opponent as possible. Doesn't go for the one over here. Doesn't go for the one over here. Decides to go straight for the one in the face of his opponent. Doesn't even decide to go down here. There is that one siege tank there. How is this not in range of those Colossus? That is the real question right now. They can see it, but they are deciding not to kill it. As at this point, Stevis is just setting up that siege tank line. I don't know. I really don't know which team's going to win right now. Don't want to run into that meat grinder, though. There is way too much stuff right now. This is such a tense position to be in. Thankfully for him, he does back up. No one really getting baited to death, but they got baited to siege tank shots to the face, which is as about as close to death as you can get. Does look like the command center is going to land. Drones pulled off the line. They're going to go all in with this one, man. Cannot even land his command center. Even if he... Oh, wait. Nope. The drones are going to head back home. Even if... Oh, you don't want to go there. You don't want to go there. Do not even go there. He's going to try. Apparently, the command center is going to be joining in as well. Not a good idea. The Zerg is like, I'm so out of here, which is exactly what he should have done from the beginning. But the meat grinder is real. The dream is real. And it looks like Razorburn has basically 2 versus 1. His opponents managing to kill off that army. The command center goes down as well, contributing absolutely nothing to that fight. Although in Bronze League Heroes, there's always a lot of those going on. What is Ballin even doing? He's like, Husky, listen. Husky, listen, I'm Ballin. Oh, Stevis has lost the game. Does not even throw out a GG. So now it is going to be all up to Ysengrin, which does not really inherit anything useful. And says, sorry, guys, got to go study, and then leaves the game. I gotta say, really the true winner here is Razorburn, actually able to win that game essentially by himself, never researching Stimp. Oh, he finally did get Stimpack, actually, but man, did he not have it for a while. Does have the 1-1 upgrade, so I gotta hand it to him. Even though his macro is leaves something to be desired, he managed to pull it together. And look, here's the Colossus showing on up, and then right when they show up, oh, Ballin. You know what? When you are that Ballin, though, you don't really need to contribute anything to a fight. Let's be honest. But anyways, if you'd like to send replays, send them to huskyreplays@gmail.com. And if they're good, we'll select them, and hopefully I will be able to cast them. But I love Bronze League Heroes because it's always making me laugh. There's always something new and something I never even thought of to try. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. And of course, I'll see you guys next time.